Okay, welcome again. So this time you don't have any problem with connecting? What was Lana? You had a problem, right?
Yes.
Who was the... And who was missing last time? Adib Mohammed.
Yes, good morning, Professor.
All right.
Good afternoon.
Welcome. So, any question from previous class on Monday? No, Tuesday. Who missed? You may have a question, Lana or Adib.
Oh, no, it's fine. I have no question.
No.
Thank you.
Okay, then we can start the class. Chatting, ready chatting. Lecture note. Ultimo, you can get the lecture note from the website, in the class. Jihu, the TA, will guide you how to access the website. Jihu, can you put the website link address to the chatting
Okay.
of this Zoom?
What do you mean by private? Okay. You mean from the main web page?
No, the website is public.
No, not the website, but the files. It says I can't access it.
Oh, you cannot access the files.
Yeah, it says you need access.
How about the previous
Previous years?
years?
Oh, okay. I didn't try those. Maybe I should try those.
Probably TA may assign a authorization, access authorization.
Okay.
Probably he can resolve that problem for this year.
Okay. Thank you.
Any other questions? No. Then last time I explained about the overview of the naval architecture or shipbuilding. And today I will try to explain about overview of ocean engineering and then other items too. So let's start from PowerPoint on overview of ocean engineering. First, after say 20 minutes, then we can have another talk. All right. Okay, this one. Let me close this items. All right. So this slide shows introduction to ocean engineering overview. And you can see the website of this class again. So the left-hand side, this is the textbook number 2, which will be used for the ocean engineering. And right-hand side is just secondary or subsidiary textbook for naval architecture. So it is a 3-volume book. So it has very fundamental and basic principles of all the coverage of naval architecture. So this textbook 2, the elements of ocean engineering, is made of 12 chapters. But we will cover only part of them. The green colored one will be covered partially. And today I'll try to cover the overview. If you have any question, you can stop me in the middle of talking. So anytime you can raise. You can raise your hand or write down chatting, or you can use your voice. So it's up to you. Ocean is unexplored frontier on Earth. So there can be many chances to discover new things, new findings. And 71% of surface area is water or ocean. And yeah, it is full of water. And 95% of the underwater world is unexplored. And then there is a map, left bottom. You can see the colors. It looks like mountains, trains, right? It is depths. So right-hand side, it shows depths with interest. 30 meter is a recreational dive. So you may heard about skin diving. And then up to 50 meter, it is technical dive means professional. People can dive up to about 50. For Koreans, you remember that there was a big disaster of Seoul case, and the submerged water depth was around 43 something, so that it was not easy to dive up to the bottom of the water where the Seoul was sink. And saturation dive is up to 600. It can be a world record for human can dive into. And then average depth is just average depth of the ocean of the whole globe is about 4,000 meters. I don't know how many of you had a chance to fly with the airplane. Do you remember the large airplane fly above the sky, right? Can you remember the average height of big passenger airplane is flying? Can somebody answer to?
Maybe 3,000 feet.
3,000 feet.
That's my guess.
More.
More, okay.
More. Usually, when the big airplane is depending on the size of the airplane. So when you fly with usually you take a large airplane, right?
Yeah.
And you can see smaller airplanes flying below.
Yeah.
So it's depending on the size, but usually the big one, say Boeing 747 or Airbus 380, the height, maximum height may be around 10,000 meters. So 10 kilometers from the surface. That is the usual cruising height. So it's more than average depth of ocean. And deepest trench is 11,000, just 11 kilometers. Very deep. Can you remember the highest mountain? What is the height of a highest mountain around the world?
9 kilometers maybe.
9, right, around. Right.
Himalaya.
Everest, yeah,
Everest.
Everest. Right. 8,000 or 9,000. So you can imagine that the deepest and the highest is about the same order. Right? Okay, facts about the ocean. World trade is carried by ocean-going ships. But should be, this is a weight percentage. There are different ways of finding the portion. You can count by volume or count by price. But I guess this is a weight-based percentage. And in Korea, we use 99% for the international trade by ships. And 1% is going for airplane, including passengers. So weight-wise, because airplane cannot carry heavy cargoes, and 97% of all water around over Earth, and life on Earth, 80%. So many life, because ocean is big, and protein source. So we can get fish production that is very big, so that the cattle, sheep, and poultry or egg altogether is less than fish production for our food. And volcano activity is 90% underwater. And the oil and gas is produced about 30% now, but probably I guess it is increasing because the land-based oil and gas is now more and more empty because we use already 100 years already. So we started to use oil and gas inside land-based one, and ocean-based one we did not utilize yet. So the percentage is increasing as time goes on. And this is a satellite image coming from NASA. So I'll show you. Let me include the sound. Okay. Coming. This is North America around the Gulf of Mexico. Going down to South Africa, South America, South Atlantic, and then Africa, South Africa. Going up toward the Middle East, Saudi Arabia, India, Southeast Asia, including Indonesia, Vietnam, Philippines, and it comes with Japan and Korea up. can I return back to my slides? Okay, yeah. Right. So they, as a satellite, capture photos or images. They made stitching the series of photos into to make a video like this, because the motion of ocean is not so fast. You can do it by stitching in the many photos coming from satellite images. So it is interesting to see the motion of the current of ocean, big ocean. Right. So what is the ocean engineering? Ocean engineering is application of engineering principles to the analysis, design, development, management of water environment. Ocean is biggest, but including lake and rivers. And related disciplines, naval architecture. I explained the last two days ago, mainly about Navy. We started from Navy, but nowadays commercial shipbuilding is more popular than Navy ships. And marine engineering is mainly focused on engine of the ship. And coastal engineering is engineering utilization of coastal area near the ocean, land. And offshore engineering is far away from the onshore. And fish farming is growing. Another name is aquaculture. Actually, the history of ocean engineering as an academic unit is not old. It is started around 1960, so probably 50 years now. Comparing to the naval architecture. Naval architecture is coming probably similar with the human history. So we saw that BC 2000, 3000, there already a ship is used near Egypt and Nile. So the shipbuilding is very old technology. Comparing to ocean engineering is relatively new discipline of engineering, new area. And naval architecture again, this is a design of a ship hull structure. Hull means the outer skin or structure, strength. And then propulsion is an engine and propeller for marine vehicles such as surface vessel and underwater vehicle. You can see the Navy submarine in the right-hand side. Right. Any question up to here? Because I cannot see your hand raising or chatting from this mode, you need to stop me to raise your hand or questions. And marine engineering applies to energy and mechanical system used in marine vehicles. So engine. I guess in left-hand side, it looks like a turbine system. Looks like a steam turbine for me. I don't know exactly, because gas turbine and steam turbine is looks similar, but the size is big, so that I guess it is a steam turbine. And steam turbine is used for power plant, something like a nuclear power plant. And gas turbine is usually used for airplane, so the size is smaller, but that is high speed. And right-hand side, this is a big diesel engine. You can see the size comparing to the human at the bottom of the picture, and also top middle of the picture, there is a 3 human being, 2 on the bottom and 1 in the up, so that you can imagine that the size is very big, right? The whole structure is one single diesel engine for ship. So we'll see how. So comparing to left-hand side, the size is much bigger, say 5 times or 10 times, something like that. And coastal engineering, that is applies engineering principles to systems operating in coastal zone. So left-hand side, I guess this is a early stage of new Busan port, because Busan is a city of Korea, southeast corner of the South Korea. There is a port called name of city is Busan, and the Busan is old, but so that they constructed a new port near the Busan city. So we call this as a new Busan port. And because the surroundings and the land is shown, the soil is shown, so that I guess this is an early stage of port development. Nowadays, it's full of container box and ships. It is well developed now. And right-hand side looks like a airport, but among the ocean. So you may guess this looks like a floating island and airport, and probably can be a airport in Japan, but I'm not sure again. So they tried to build such a floating airport. In Korea, the Incheon airport is based on a big island, so they are not floating. The runway for the airplane, the street looks like a street. The runway is inside the island. But for Korean students, they may heard about new Busan airport around the Gadokdo Island. Gadokdo is near the new Busan port at left-hand side. Near that ship port, there is a small island called Gadokdo, and government is trying to build a new airport at Gadokdo area. And that Gadokdo island is small, so that the runway should be extended outside of island area. So we will see this. Anybody? Have you been to Busan city? Raise your hand. Oh, ready? Only Fatima did not have a chance to visit. So you know well about Busan. All right.